Under normal circumstances, the food chain is quite distinct, and animals on top of the chain dominate the ones underneath them. But the world is full of surprises, and the jungle has even more surprising elements, and that's why many predators have been seen to fail to hunt their prey. Sometimes, the prey fights back too hard and manages to escape, and sometimes they use clever tactics. Here are a few of such moments caught on camera, when the predators failed to hunt their food, and the preys managed to live and tell the tale another day. Number 13. Lion vs. Honey Badger. Honey badgers are some of the most courageous animals in the world. Although relatively smaller than most predators, you can rest assured that a honey badger will never go down without a fight, even if it comes face to face with the king of the jungle. Watch how this lion pursues this badger, expecting it to give up and lie down. But the honey badger proves to be extremely resilient as it keeps baring its teeth ferociously at the lion. One thing's for sure though, the big cat didn't expect this sort of resistance from a prey, and that too, a fraction of its own size. Today, the honey badger's courage surely saves it from certain death. Number 12. Lion vs. Zebra. Zebras are easy prey for lions in most cases, but not today. As a pack of zebras feed, a lion suddenly comes out of the blue and gives chase. All the other animals in the area scatter, but a baby zebra isn't fast enough. You can hear the zebra screaming desperately trying to get away, but the king of the jungle has it by the scruff of its neck. Within moments, the zebra will be eaten alive and die a most painful death. But just when all hope seems to be lost, the zebra's mother makes a valiant effort. It returns and challenges the lion, putting its own life in grave danger. It doesn't really have a plan of attack, as it charges blindly at the mighty lion. Its motherly instinct is all that provides the courage. The lion drops the baby zebra from its mouth and tries to pounce on the mother instead. But the mother isn't about to get itself killed and kicks the lion squarely on the face with its hind legs. Before the stunned lion can react, both mother and cub zebra are out of there. The big cat looks embarrassed by this encounter, as it rightly should. Number 11. Wild dogs vs. wildebeests. Wild dogs hunt in packs, and a pack of them can prove to be more than a match for lions and tigers. That's why you'd think that a pack of wild dogs can easily take down wildebeests. Well, usually they do, but not today. Rather than fleeing like expected, the wildebeest pack decides to fight it out this day. The large herbivores are equipped with huge horns, which can easily maim or kill wild dogs and other animals. The wildebeest charge full steam ahead, while the wild dogs look for a weakness to exploit. Then suddenly, the leader of the wildebeest pack decides that he's had enough and charges at one of the weakest wild dogs. Look at its speed and agility as it knocks down the dog and tramples all over it. The wild dog seems to be dead for a while with no movement to indicate life. After a few minutes, it manages to get back on its feet and escape retaliation by the ferocious wildebeest. Number 10. Lion vs. Buffalo. Another instance where horns dominate the fangs is when a couple of lions attack a buffalo. After trying to flee, the buffalo finally comes down defenseless and near certain death. But just then, another buffalo comes out of nowhere and saves its loved one. With the horns, this buffalo strikes the lion and it flies several feet up in the air. But that isn't the end of its attack. The charging buffalo wants to teach this lion a lesson it won't soon forget. With another hit from its horn, the same result is repeated as the lion flies up in the air once again. Even though the force and the sharpness of the horns could have seriously hurt the feline, it manages to escape only with a hurt ego. The lion may be the king of the jungle, but even kings must bow sometimes. Number 9. Jaguar vs. Caiman. Caimans are cousins of the crocs and are often equally as dangerous hunters. However, these fierce creatures can end up as the meal if the one hunting is none other than a big cat. This jaguar is hungry, and a slow caiman is just the lunch he is after. He moves slowly into position, and the caiman doesn't even move. At first, it seems like the caiman knows that it is cornered and is about to give up. The jaguar nibbles at its tail to test the prey for resistance. When he is a bit more sure that the caiman isn't going to fight back, he starts tugging at its tail. That's when all hell breaks loose. The caiman strikes at the jaguar, biting it squarely on the face. With tremendous strength, it throws the predator in the water. This is just another instance where the predator made a grave mistake of underestimating its prey. It nearly cost the jaguar its life. Number 8. Crocodile vs. Baboon. Baboons are easy prey for crocodiles when they come down from the trees to drink water. The crocodile has the baboon's head squarely inside its mouth. It really looks like it's all over for the baboon. But the primate doesn't just give up, as it doesn't intend to become crocodile lunch today. With all its might, the baboon tries to yank the croc's jaw open and somehow make it escape. The intense struggle continues for some time before it finally manages to get free. The baboon has cheated death, but this escape has come at a price. Its arm is gravely wounded and looks like the baboon won't be able to swing from branches anytime soon. Number 7. Eagle versus Hen. You never mess with a mother protecting her children, no matter how accomplished a hunter you are. The eagle is about to learn this important lesson today. As the eagle lands next to the small chicks, the hen wastes no time to go on the offensive. The eagle doesn't anticipate this retaliation, it seems, as the bird is taken by shock. The brave hen doesn't stop and goes right back to attacking the predator, giving the eagle almost no opening to attack the chicks. It seems the eagle wouldn't be having any chicken for dinner tonight. Its talons and sharp beak are of no use, especially against the wrath of a protective mother. Number 6. Dogs versus Kangaroo. In this clip, watch how two dogs corner a kangaroo inside a body of water. The sharp fangs of these dogs can rip the flesh and bones of this kangaroo, but the prey isn't about to lie down and surrender. Instead, it stands up straight in a menacing posture, asking the dogs to come and fight. The black dog looks unsure how to respond to this open challenge and attacks. Well, that was a mistake. The kangaroo begins to punch at the mutt so fiercely that the dog's head goes into the water for a while. In just a few moments, the kangaroo gets the upper hand in this fight, and the dog seems visibly scared. The dog just got the beating of its life. Can you blame him for not knowing what to do? The dog returns several more times, but the result doesn't change. It is outmatched in strength and agility by this powerful kangaroo. Number 5. Caiman versus Otters. Animals fight for their families as fiercely as we do. In this next clip, see how a family of otters notice a large caiman eyeing their cubs. Rather than fleeing, the adult otters decide to stand their ground and attack the caiman. They soon surround the predator and attack the powerful opponent from different angles. In the chaos, some of the baby otters follow the adults to the middle of the fight. Sensing the growing threat, the adults ramp up their attacks. Outnumbered and tired, the caiman now tries to retreat, but the otters are not about to let it escape after attacking their family. They go for the kill and miraculously succeed. Some of the otters restrain the mighty predator, while the others attack its head. Almost an hour after the fighting breaks out, the caiman is dead, and the otters emerge victorious. But this victory doesn't come cheap, as two of the cubs perish in the struggle. While none of them becomes meat for the caiman, it's still a sad day for this otter family. Number 4. Jaguar versus Giant Anteater. Several animals look harmless the first time you see them. The anteater is just like that. Most of you would likely think of it as a non-dangerous creature. But the anteater shows how it can not only escape from the clutches of this jaguar, but also injure it. The jaguar looks surprised, almost as if it did not anticipate any resistance from its prey. The anteater's sole weapon is its sharp claws, with which it fights off the jaguar. Even in the darkness, you can see the feline predator back off and give the anteater some space. And this way, the prey survives the night without becoming jaguar food. Number 3. Eagle versus Sloth. Sloths are one of the slowest creatures in the wild, hence their name. In most cases, sloths have very little protection against eagle attacks when they are resting on trees. But watch what happens here, as the eagle swoops in thinking that it has already won. This sloth isn't messing around and has no intention of becoming the eagle's next meal. It lunges with its claws at the bird, and you can see the immense shock for the avian killer. This video just goes to show how you can never predict the outcome of a struggle in the wild. Number 2. Snake versus Prairie Dog. An adult male prairie dog notices a snake make its way into its burrow, posing a significant threat to its children. However, it has to defend its young smartly, or else he could end up as lunch for the serpent. As the snake moves out of the burrow, finding nothing inside, it begins to slither towards the prairie dog's young. With no other option, the parent strikes out towards the tail end of the snake. The prairie dog repeats the strikes and quickly jumps out of the way when the viper retaliates. The smaller creature stands on its hind legs and calls loudly to warn others in his group of the snake's location. Then, he goes right back to launching vicious but quick attacks on the snake's tail. After a point, the serpent realizes that hunting this prairie dog's family is not going to be an easy task. It gives up and moves away. This prairie dog group is saved thanks to the fearless action of the adult member. No matter how small and defenseless, even they realize that their true power lies in their numbers. Number 1. Petrol versus Penguins. These penguins are moving in a group to avoid danger, but a petrel bird still decides to go after them. Even though some of the penguins are bigger than their attacker is, they are still defenseless. Penguins aren't fast runners as well, and some of them just trip on the snow. The group take up a defense position almost at the end of their wits right now. The Petrol isn't about to back off. Just when everything looks grim, the group's savior arrives in style out of nowhere. The Adélie penguin walks up to the group with no sign of fear. It stands between the terrified penguins and the Petrol, almost challenging the predator to attack. For the Petrol, the choice is clear. It cannot go up against such a fierce-looking penguin, and so it abandons the hunt and flies off. The Adélie escorts the group all the way to its location, like a mighty bodyguard. As you can see, victory is never guaranteed when you live in the wild. The hunt for food is a continuous struggle that can sometimes end in failure. Predators, however, never let such mishaps define them and continue on their hunt. Well, they do need to feed their families too. That's it for this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Please drop a like if you did and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content in the future. Don't forget to click the bell icon and mark all notifications so that you know whenever we drop a fresh video. Take care and keep watching.